Welcome back. Welcome back, Mishpachah. You know I missed you, right? I've been praying about you. I've been thinking about you, right? You're my family, right? It's only right. Hoping that everything's going good in your life, making good decisions, right? Living with integrity, doing the right thing, being fair to your brothers and loving your neighbor, right? Because we know we live off of the law of liberty, right? We live off the royal law. Of course, the 10 Commandments. Of course. But what? What are the two greatest commandments? Love thy Elohim with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, all your strength, right? And love your brethren, love your neighbor as you love yourself, right? Upon these two commandments, you know what I'm saying, are all of the laws, right? And the prophets. That's it. So, you live like that and have genuine love for others, the Most High Elohim, Yahweh, Abana Yahweh, He will erase your transgressions, and He says that you will be spotless in His eyes. That's even before you get your new renewed body, before you get your new soul and your new mind, before He writes His laws on your heart, right, and in your inner parts, all that, right? You can be forgiven way before that. Live in the law of liberty. Live in this royal law. Get out of that law of Moses, man. I'm telling you, man. When he talks about these lukewarm people, it's because you're double-minded, man. You want to follow Yahweh Shai, and you want to use His name, and you want to believe in Him, but just like the Pharisees and the Sadducees and some of those Sakari, right? The radicalistic Jews, we call them Hebrews now, right? Back then, they believed in Yahweh Shai. They did, but they couldn't let go of that law of Moses, man. What do you think he means when he was like, hey, man, take off that yoke of burden and put on my yoke, for my yoke is light? His yoke is light compared to what? To what? To the law of Moses, man. That's 613, or some people debate 613, 612. You know, I'm not here for that. But some people debate. That's 613 laws. That's heavy, man. But that applied to when we were living in our land uninhabited, without slavery or oppression. Most of those 613 laws, most of them are land laws, man. They're land laws on how to treat your neighbor living in the land. We don't have land. We don't have our own government. We don't have none of that. So most of those laws can't apply, man. And you can debate eating pork and all that. Yeah, I don't eat pork and I don't eat seafood and stuff like that just because I think it's not healthy, right? So in that regard, I do obey that. But at the end of the day, there's some people, and he knows, man, when we were back in slavery and this 400-year slavery that we just had to get out of, when we were still inside of Jacob's trouble that we're not in anymore, but when we were, sometimes we didn't have a choice but to eat nothing but pork. We had to eat pig's feet and chitlins. So do you think that he was going to throw us away and perish us for that? And we didn't understand the truth? These scrolls weren't unlocked until after like 2012. You know what I'm saying? Then people really started understanding these truths with sincerity. But before then, people were living life, man. And a lot of us as slaves, and regeneration is real, we ate pork because it was the only thing given to us. And we didn't know any better. Do you think that we should be chastised for that? Cast out for that? You think that the ones who died without this kind of understanding, you think that they should be thrown in the trash? I don't. I don't think they should be thrown out at all. And those aren't 2/3, man. That's not 2/3. 2/3, listen. Low, right? Low, listen. 2/3 are the ones who are consciously rejecting this mission. And they put money and other idols as their Elohim. Rejection, right? Just being, against it versus ignorance. They're two different things, right? Two different things. You can be willingly ignorant, and that's different than being just ignorant, man. So let's have mercy on our brothers and sisters, our Akims out here, right, man? Because it even says that a lot of these people, they won't even be awakened until they see him come and see the miracles and the mercy that he shows on his people, Yasharah. Let's just keep praying for everybody every single day. That's our mission. Remember what I've said before? We're not the harvesters of this field. It's not our decision to decide who comes and who goes, man. We're caretakers. So we water every crop in the field, whether it be wheat or tare. Correct? Yes, absolutely. And that's how we're going to rock, right? So thanks for rolling with me. We're about to jump into 26. Hey, all praises to the Most High, Abba Hadim. All praises to the Most High, Abba, Yahweh. All glory to Yahweh Shai. And all mercy and all honor to the Ruach HaKodesh, man. And thanks, Mishpachah, for being with me. Without further ado, 26 coming right at you. Right, let's begin. Okay. All right, hallelujah. You ready? In chapter 26 reads, Moreover, thou shalt make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twined linen, and blue and purple and scarlet, with cherubims of cunning work shalt thou make them. The length of one curtain shall be 28 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits, and every one of the curtains shall have one measure. The 5 curtains shall be coupled together, one to another, and other 5 curtains shall be coupled one to another. And thou shalt make loops of blue upon the edge of one curtain, from the selvage in the coupling, and likewise shalt thou make in the uttermost edge of another curtain, in the coupling of the second. 50 loops shalt thou make in the one curtain, and 50 loops shalt thou make in the edge of the curtain that is in the coupling of the second, that is, the loops may take hold one of another. And I know it sounds like a lot, but if you can try to imagine what this sounds like, it's really a nice setup. Just listen. All right, verse 6. And thou shalt make 50 taches of gold, and couple the curtains together with the taches, and it shall be one tabernacle. And thou shalt make the curtains of goat's hair to be a covering upon the tabernacle. 11 curtains shalt thou make. The length of one curtain shall be 30 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits, and the 11 curtains shall be all of one measure. And thou shalt couple 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves, and shalt double the 6th curtain in the forefront of the tabernacle. That's beautiful, man. You guys are listening? Hear this? And thou shalt make 50 loops on the edge of the one curtain that is outmost, in the coupling of 50 loops in the edge of the curtain which coupleth the second. Nice. And thou shalt make 50 taches of brass, and put the taches into the loops, and couple the tent together that it may be one. That's beautiful. And the remnant that remaineth of the curtains of the tent that have curtain that remaineth shall hang over the backside of the tabernacle, and a cubit on the one side, and a cubit on the other side of that which remaineth in the length of the curtains of the tent. It shall hang over the sides of the tabernacle on this side and on that side to cover it. And thou shalt make a covering for the tent of ram skin, dyed red, and covering above of badger skin. And thou shalt make boards for the tabernacle of shittim wood, standing up. 10 cubits shall be the length of a board, and a cubit and a half shall be the breadth of one board. 2 tenons shall there be in one board, set in order, one against another. Thus shalt thou make for all the boards of the tabernacle. And thou shalt make the boards of the tabernacle 20 boards on the south side southward. And thou shalt make 40 sockets of silver under the 20 boards, 2 sockets under one board for his 2 tenons, and 2 sockets under another board for his 2 tenons. That's really intricate, guys. Are you paying attention? Verse 20. And for the second side of the tabernacle, on the north side, there shall be 20 boards, and there 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board and 2 sockets under another board. And for the sides of the tabernacle westward thou shalt make 6 boards, and 2 boards shalt thou make for the corners of the tabernacle and the 2 sides, and they shall be coupled together beneath, and they shall be coupled together above the head of it unto one ring. Thus shall it be for them both. They shall be for the 2 corners. And they shall be 8 boards, and their sockets of silver, 16 sockets, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board. And thou shalt make bars of shittim wood, 5 for the boards of the one side of the tabernacle, and 5 boards, and 5 bars for the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the side of the tabernacle for the 2 sides westward. And the middle bar in the midst of the boards shall reach from end to end. And thou shalt overlay the boards with gold, and make their rings of gold for places for the bars, and thou shalt overlay the bars with gold. And thou shalt rear up the tabernacle according to the fashion thereof, which was shewed thee in the mount. And thou shalt make a veil of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen of cunning work. With cherubims shall it be made, and thou shalt hang it upon 4 pillars of shittim wood overlaid with gold. Their hooks shall be of gold upon the 4 sockets of silver. Man, that's nice. Woo! All right, let's go, man. Verse 33. And thou shalt hang up the veil under the taches, that thou mayest bring in thither within the veil the ark of the testimony. And the veil shall divide unto you between the holy, the Kodesh place, and the most Kodesh, the most holy. And thou shalt put the mercy seat upon the ark of the testimony in the most holy place, the most Kodesh place. And thou shalt set the table without the veil, and the candlestick over against the table, on the side of the tabernacle toward the south. And thou shalt put the table on the north side. And thou shalt make an hanging for the door of the tent of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen, wrought with needlework. And thou shalt make for the hanging 5 pillars of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold. And their hooks shall be of gold. And thou shalt cast 5 sockets of brass for them. Hallelujah. Chapter 26. We just went through that. We ran through that, man. Like Usain Bolt, bro. But thorough. We were paying attention. You guys were listening. You hear the fine materials that he was requesting. And you got to think, back then, our people were fine artisans. Artisans, man. They could work with gold. They could work with silver and brass and bronze and all of these things. It was nothing. That was normal for them. So when the Most High was talking about making, the altar of sacrifice, right? That would have been nothing for these guys. They've been working with gold, metal, and silver, and coal, and bronze, and all the elements, man. They knew the periodic table better than Neil deGrasse Tyson. That fake Hebrew. But anyway, we're not going to do too much, man. Thanks for joining me. We're going to jump back into the next chapter. We got 27 coming up. I'm excited, man. I'm lit. I'm ready for it. I'm amped up, guys. Thanks for being with me. Shalom. Shalom. Peace and blessings to you, your family, your kids. And shalom, mishpachah. I love you. Yup.